take you to the comic shop. I'll let you read about Cyclops. I'll have you spending all you got. Comics Gate is looking hot. Blacklist.
All right, here we go one more time. Left Hand Legit in the house, ready to talk about totally awesome comic books that move the needle right here on Testosterone Overload, and we're going to get into it right now. We are on part 6 of the X-CUTIONER'S song. This is X Factor number 85. Bonus feature, not only do we get Cable battling Bishop and Wolverine, oh, bonus, Beyond video, the new Dragon Quest game. Well, we'll find out what that's all about, won't we? And immediately, the first thing you notice is that Jay Lee's artwork is entirely different than all of the other artists who are working on the X-CUTIONER'S song. This is written by Peter David. It does basically pick up right where we left off. Cable has traveled to Department K in Canada to try to find out some history on Stryfe. Turns out Bishop and Wolverine are waiting for him. I love this panel. Murderer! Because they think he killed, they think Cable killed Professor Xavier. If you're just tuning in, you made a big mistake. You want to go back to part 1 of the X-CUTIONER'S song. Ba-choom! So we got like the Barack Obama reference there. Choom, choom, choom. Snicks and bones. Ah, I like it. Snicks and bones may break my bones. No, that doesn't rhyme. But X-Men will never hurt me. Anyways, they get in this big fight. It's very good. It's very witty. We have our friends as kind of like the combined stylings of the X-Men, X-Factor, and X-Force. They're all in Arkansas trying to track down the Mutant Liberation Front and Stryfe all on their own. And it turns out that there's a bunch of baddies, low-level baddies waiting for them right here. And they're no match for the X-Men, of course, as you know. And then we have back at Cable's safe house in Davos, Switzerland, Davosdorf. We've got Apocalypse, like, breaks into Cable's safe house, and he's, like, shocked because of this technology, which pervades every corner of... Oh, I'm doing the wrong voice, sorry. This technology, which pervades every corner of Cable's little hidey hole, derived from me, from my technology, my work. It's unmistakable. But from where would Cable have garnered such knowledge? So basically, like, all these guns are made from technology that is at Apocalypse's disposal. The only people who could possibly have been familiar enough with the workings of my former ship are the members of X-Factor, Cyclops and his ilk. So basically, like, everybody knows about your technology and you're wondering why Cable has it? Okay. None of them would cooperate with Cable. Could one of them actually be Cable? But that's ridiculous. How could a member of X-Factor be Cable? For that matter, why would he choose to... Of course. What if there was no choice? Bum, bum, bum! Okay, we're back to our totally awesome fight. Cable's trying to get deeper and deeper into this cornucopia of mayhem. Still I love the art. I love the art by Jay Lee, but it just does not make any sense with the other books in this crossover. So basically, the team, the combined team of X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor that are in Arkansas, they basically found that, like, there's a secret lab just underneath the ground. And so they're going to burrow deep into the earth to fight. And then this lady, the Dragoness, shows up. I don't know who she is. But they get in this fight. And her and Sam, the Cannonball from X-Force, like, have some history. So they get in this brawl. Oh. Bored with video game reruns? The same stories? Same play? Time and again? I just want to say that in 1992, 1993, TVs were bigger than this. I mean, we did have small TVs like this. You would have like this in your kitchen. Like, specifically your grandmother would have a TV like this in her kitchen, where she would have on while she cooked cookies, while she baked cookies and made dinner for everyone. This just feels really outdated. But then if you're bored, it's time to fire up your imagination. It's much more adventure. What are these kids looking at over here? There's a dragon right down here. What are they looking at over here? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are they looking at this TV like, wow, look at that. It's a totally awesome 13-inch television. Cool. You had to put it on channel 3 back then. I'm glad they included that. You put it on channel 3, that's how you get to your video games. You didn't hit the TV video button. You didn't have any of that input bullshit. Picture this. Magic, monsters, traps, and treasures. 180 full-color adventure cards in every game. Oh, plus you get the little pewter figures. That's fun. Right? So we've got magic, pewter figures. It all combines in this board game. And look, these kids are having a great time. Who dressed this little girl? Like, this reminds me of, like, you don't really get this nowadays because people are crazy. But when I was a kid, if people were crazy, they dressed their boys like girls because they wanted a girl. Like, you can track down a story like that and you'll just be totally confused. And you'll be like, oh, so was the child transgender? It's like, no, that didn't actually really exist in a widespread fashion like we're seeing now, where it's the flavor of the month and everyone's pretending they're transgender because they're desperate for attention, which is pretty pathetic. When I was a kid, you'd just like get a weird haircut or dye your hair, maybe like go goth for a couple months. Not transgender. But anyways, to each their own. Dragon Quest, it comes with a board, it comes with the Magic the Gathering cards, so it's kind of like this Dungeons and Dragons Magic meets Clue. Great. Back to the battle. So, like, the chicks are all just like, like, he has a real aversion to fighting women folk. The Cannonball, that is. And you think I'm making that up. No, it's true. Cannonball's problem is that I like to do Clarice Starling's voice. I like to pretend I'm Jodie Foster when I read Rogue. Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter, Dr. Lecter. Cannonball's problem is that no matter how much he tries, he still gets all gushy when it comes to fighting women folk. Now, gushy, so you say gushy, that makes me think of Quantum Leap. If you've never watched the television show Quantum Leap, I can't blame you. Stop watching my videos and go watch like all the seasons of Quantum Leap. You'll have a fantastic time. It's totally awesome. So, oh my gosh, I forgot all about this chick. She has not been in any of these. Like, where was she at in this whole story? God, I made fun of her. She looks cooler when she's drawn by Jay Lee. And she gets a mind bullet from Psylocke. Cool, okay. Whatever. So elsewhere, Scott and Jean, they've been, kidnapped, enslaved by Stryfe. And he's got him locked up in this dark room. And like all of a sudden, all these people start coming and he just lets loose. Come on, I'm ready, more than ready. I'll take you all down. Even if I have to level this place, I'm not afraid of you. Jean's not afraid of you. God, what a stupid thing for a guy to say. What a puss cake. The only one stinking of fear in here are you. You. And I was like, Emilio. That's how I think about Scott. Scott the Jock. Scott the... something else that I'd make rhyme with Scott. I hate Scott Summers so much. I hate you, Scott. Your children? Children were attacking me? But what? Jean? It was just Jean and a bunch of children that I released my optic blasts on? That's so mean of me. And then... fried. You're a born leader, Cyclops. Someone who always believes he knows just what to do. But sometimes you're operating completely in the dark. And sometimes, as you do these things, you wind up injuring the ones you love. Does that matter to you at all? No. No, somehow, I doubt that it does. What is Stryfe doing? What is he up to? We're going to find out as the X-CUTIONER'S song continues. Oh, and now we've got my boy, Archangel, biting forearm. Like just biting forearm. Okay. And he throws him, forearm like throws him up into the air, and he's like, try to stop me by tossing me, idiot. And then Kamikaze's back here. He's like, no, idiot. He maneuvered you so that I could take you unawares. Unawares? I despise sneak attacks, but Kamikaze will take his victories any way he... Stop dodging around for him. You're just dragging this out. Dodging around for him. Is he like... So that's an expression that like Englishmen sometimes use, but I don't know what it's being used here for because he's not English. And so like Kamikaze comes racing right at him and like shunk. Done, dude. Severed head from the wings of my boy Archangel. Totally severed. Hey, fellas, I'm having a really good day. You know, Boomer. She's like, how about you? Sure glad Sam managed to talk him into springing me on this little caper. I can't wait to meet the head of this Huh? And she like touches the head. See that? She knocks into the head. Oh, barf. It touched me. Oh, yuck. Who cut off Kamikaze's head? Me? The blood on my wings? Dear God, he must have come up behind me and got in the way of my wings while I was turning. Well, I guess with a name like Kamikaze, you just know he's gonna bite it. Self high five. Oh man, way to dog Imperial Japan 50 years later. So awesome. Awesome burn. Anyway, so then like Cable's just like, listen, don't kill me. I did not shoot Xavier. I repeat, I did not shoot Xavier. And Bishop has this bloodlust that like rivals Wolverine's bloodlust. Wolverine is the level-headed one out of the two. And Wolverine's, and you know, he's just like, listen, I understand you want to kill me, but you know, you got to listen to me because if you do kill me and I'm dead, then you're the fool, right? And you know, it's your call. And Wolverine's just like, my call, deal, snickow. I don't know, snickow. And you see like blood shoot out, but no, it turns out no, it's not blood. He didn't actually, and he's laying there like he's dead, but no, he's not at all. It's just retracted your claws. Why? Because you wanted to see if I flinched? No, I didn't need him. Wait a minute. Your own eyes told you what he did? Are you telling me you believe him when he asked you to ignore what you yourself have seen? I can't be 100% sure he's lying, but I have to be 100% sure, because if I kill him, then he's 100% dead. Jeez. Gotta give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Oh, you do? Do you? Well, I do not. You should really switch to decaf. Snicked. And then these are Wolverine's claws off screen. Listen to the man, Bish. It couldn't hurt. Now once you calm down, Bishop, go take another gun off the rack and let's get this sorted out. The hospital where the expatriate called Taylor is convalescing from his brutal beating. What? I don't know. I seriously have no clue where this happened. This did not happen in X-CUTIONER'S song. I would remember a guy named Taylor who was called Expatriate. Jamie Madrox's just hanging out, and then this dude who I hate, because I don't even know who he is, and he's just like, he just shows up to bitch about stuff. Prodigal. Would you answer a question for me? Why aren't you off with your friends fighting? And he's like, I am off with my friends fighting. And they're like, oh, you're one of the duplicates. And so I think you've been assigned to watch over us and make certain we don't try to escape. Who are we? Where is that said anywhere in here? Peter David, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense, bud. You gotta be like, you gotta be really tracking with X Factor to know what the hell all this is about. And what if you're not tracking with X Factor? What if you just bought this to find out about the X-CUTIONER'S song? What is this? What do you think of that? Well, to be honest, I don't. Oh, the chloroform. They should really keep their chloroform locked up better than that. No telling whose hands it might fall into. Now what? Now, Lucas, we check out. I'm so lost in that part. Meanwhile, back in the Dust Bowl, we got Wildside fighting Gambit, and Wildside knocks Gambit out, and it's like awesome, but then Quicksilver knocks out Wildside, and then Reaper knocks out Quicksilver, and it's like, uh-oh, what's going to happen? Is Reaper going to kill Gambit and Quicksilver? Somehow I doubt it, but we're going to have to find out next time. Okay, you get some dice, too, with that Dragon Quest, so it's basically just like every RPG ever combined into one. Isn't that fun? Who's dressing this kid? And who let this kid grow out that mullet? This is 1992. This is like December of 92. The mullet was not in style. Who's responsible for this kid? We need to see his parents. Maybe Donald Trump needs to take him away from his parents and get him a haircut. And I don't know what to think about this ribbon in this little girl's hair. Like, this is stupid. Are these the same kids? What? Okay, so this kid is this kid. And obviously the girl is the girl. And obviously our boy here, look at this. He had the 90s mullet right there. See the 90s mullet? But now they've gotten him a haircut because they were like, you look kind of trashy, kid. We need to trim this up and make you look like it's 1992, buddy. And so they did, and that's very kind of them. And they got him a new shirt too. So great. And it looks like they also did something with that unibrow maybe. Do you think they did? I think they did. Dang, Dragon Quest is just really trying to... It is Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Dang, Dragon's Quest, man. If you want to be a real hero in search of adventure, you better find out what's going on in here. The details are inside. So there we go. X Factor number 85. Executioner song, part 6. We are halfway through the Executioner song. What do you guys think so far? Is this been compelling? I think it has. I've had a good time reading this again for the first time in 25 years. It continues to this day to move the needle for me, for Big Legit. So I'm curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, please subscribe, hit the ding dong over there for notifications. I'm going to keep rocking and rolling and bringing you more and more parts of the Executioner song as this week continues. So as always, thanks for listening to me. If you want to reach out, you know how to do it. Left Hand Legit on your Twitter account. And that's it. Another totally awesome comic book review from Testosterone Overload.